Hey there, this is Fonda, your feminine power coach, and I'm coming to you from West Palm in Florida from a hotel room on the bed, which is like strange and weird for me. But I wanted to be comfortable and cozy and just kind of have a intimate conversation with you because life and death is intimate, and it's yours to do with as you see fit. Trouble is, most of us are waiting for permission. We're waiting for some sign. We're waiting for some event to prompt us to do the thing, to try the thing, to quit the thing. Fill in the blank. It doesn't really matter what it is for you. I'm here in Florida because yesterday we laid to rest Alexis Henry. Alexis Henry is someone that has been in my world for the last 2 years, but I only had the privilege of really spending an extended period of time with one-on-one once. And in this one meeting, we broke bread, we laughed, we talked about our dreams, we talked about what we wanted to see happen in our lives. And I was looking forward to calling her daughter-in-law. And she's gone. 32. A mommy. 32. She was extremely loved. She left a legacy at 32. She lived so out loud and so intentionally and so full. People say, oh, such and such was such a light. She was. And she continues to be. I found comfort in her funeral because so many of her family members and her friends just got up and spoke about their intimate stories, their intimate moments with her and how she affected and touched their lives. And I had such clarity and I had such understanding of who she is and why Jordan, my son, loves her so much. Because it was evident, She came, her children, and Jordan came to my house, and Fitz and Jordan were hanging out, and the kids were swinging from the tree, and she and I just sat and drank wine and ate, and as one does when they're hanging out with me, we gonna eat. We're gonna eat something, and so we did that, and I got to know who she was, and so when they left, I said to Fitz, I get it. I see why he loves her. I see why he has to just be with her. She's infectious. And I love being able to say that. I love that he had the opportunity to love that immensely. So I'm making this video to ask you to live on the wild side and fall in love. I'm asking you to live out loud and set your intentions and make it so. I'm asking you to fail and fail quickly. I do not believe that failure is failure. I believe that failure is feedback. An expressed life, a fully expressed life, means that you fall on your face and sometimes in public. And for those of you who know me, you know I have failed a lot. I try a lot of different things. I fail quickly. That's the only way you're going to learn. It's experimentation. Think of your life as a science project like this a science project. I mean, really. It's not about what it looks like. It's not about this, this IG world, this, perfectly filtered life. It's fucking messy. Be willing to engage in it. Otherwise, you're living by default. Living by default is not an option in my world. My mother died at 50. Would you be ready at 50? Would you be ready at 32? Would you be able to say that you saw it, you tasted it, you touched it, you experienced it? Could you be able to say what you liked, what you didn't like, what you don't prefer, how you would have tweaked it? Did you start the job? Did you stop the job? Did you have the baby? Did you not have the baby? Did you travel? Did you taste the food? Or did you just decide that you didn't like it because somebody told you that you wouldn't like it? Did you try it? Would you be willing to do a video without up touching your gray roots? Would you be able to do it? Can you live out loud? Could you just say fuck it and do it anyway? It's not about what it looks like. It's about what it feels like. Too many of us are concerned about what it looks like. Living a two-dimensional IG life, and I gotta tell you, it's not enough. It's not enough. You can look at this one here and you can say, ooh, relationship goals or body goals, but you can't do it while you're watching IG and flipping through the daggone thing and drinking soda. The body's not gonna come wishing it, right? Relationship's not gonna come if you're not mentally prepared. A lot of people like I had a couple of people tell me one time, oh, like I was being braggadocious about my relationship. Well, I work hard for my relationship, and so does he. It's about being committed and getting your teeth in life and not letting go until you get something that resembles what you intended. And you can't do that if you haven't made a decision, because hear me now, not deciding is deciding. Not deciding is deciding. The only difference is you are going to have to be okay with whatever happens because you never decided. Now, does that mean that everything's going to be hunky-dory and you're going to get exactly what you want? No. But wouldn't it be worth it if it could happen? That you intended something and it happened? Like, that would be amazing. Live from there. Strive to live from there. If you look at your life and you look around and you don't see what you want to see, change it. You have time. We don't know how much time. But I gotta tell you, every day that I wake up, it's with the intention of who can I help? Who can I love? What can I eat? And who can I serve? My mother is my muse. What can I tell you? And probably Alexis now will be my muse. I want to just show you her pictures. She lived a short time, and she was a meaning maker. I hope that when I die, that I will have mattered this much. I really, really hope that I have touched this many lives. And I've had many more days than she's had. She was 32, I'm 48. Hopefully I have touched as many people as she did. And that by the time I close my eyes, I will have the opportunity to touch many, many more. I'm not trying to be that girl. It's just like, oh, here she go. Oh, she on one. Oh, she's trying to be all deep and depressing and shit. No, it's not about being that. It's about intimacy with your life. Making sure that you are doing everything in your power to live out loud, to say the thing, to do the thing, but more importantly, to be the thing, right? You want to go back to school and you say it's too expensive so you can't go. I'm going to tell you something. If your child wanted to do something, you would do everything in your power to make sure your child went, right? Pretend you're your child if you need to. I don't care, beloved. Whatever you got to do, get it done. I became a life coach because I was willing to have the conversation that didn't, like, on paper, didn't look like I could have the conversation. I knew the owner. And so I negotiated a way of me being able to go to life coaching school in Atlanta. I was in the midst of closing my business at a massage studio in Buckhead. And one would say, oh, life is over. And I was in the middle of losing my condo downtown. And I still was reaching for something more, intentionally looking for what's next, what's new, in a time when most people would crumble. Now, does that mean I didn't crumble? Yeah. Oh my God, I crumbled. And it took me years to recover. Years. It was very public. It was very embarrassing. Closing a business and losing a condo, like that saying that they say is like, no one knows when you're hungry, but everyone knows when you're homeless. Trust. But I live out loud, and I live without shame, and I live without regret, because I live with intention. Just like Alexis. Can you say the same? Look at your life. Do you like the results? If you don't like the results, pick one thing you'd like to change. And change it. You are God-breathed. You are God-promised. And if you don't believe in God, this video is not for you. Don't come for me, okay? But I believe in God, and I'm God-breathed. And I believe that if you're watching this, some part of you, some piece of you agrees with that. So to live as if you don't know this to be true, you're doing yourself and God a disservice. Point blank period. Nothing else to say. This is very, very serious for me. She's gone. But you're watching this video, and I'm making this video, and we're here. What do you intend on doing with your time? It's not about comparing yourself to anyone else, because no one can be you. No one. See my thumbprint? Let me see. You see my thumbprint? Just like yours. No one has your thumbprint. Out of the billions of people on the planet, no one has your thumbprint. That means no one can be you. No one. No one has your magic. It could be the same goddamn idea. I could give you my idea today, and you'd never be able to replicate it. That's the truth. Because what gets dropped in my heart is not the vision that gets dropped in yours. So we like, fuck it. Like, it doesn't matter who says what and who bit what. Don't matter. It don't matter. Get real and get down to business, your life. All right, I'm getting preachy, so I'm going to go. That wasn't my intention. You don't know how many times I've remade this video. There was lightning, and then there was lighting, and then, like, my boobs didn't look good, so I had to do it again. Listen, there's nothing I could do about this gray, but I could do something about the girls. So, anyway, I just wanted to impart that message to you to get on with it. If you were looking for a sign, here it is.